Everybody, it's Christy. I thought I would come on and give you my 3-week update. So let's see. Um, I am not going to get onto this thing and be able to do it every Monday. So I promise that once a week, at some point in my week, I will get on to let you know. But I will have my weight for the Monday because I am weighing myself and writing it down. But that's besides the point. Okay, so I realized in my last video that I'm a dork, and I said that I went from 266 to 131. Yeah, right. I went from 266 to 231. So that's kind of obvious. There's not a 131 going on here. But okay. So, when I last came on, so last week I weighed 231, and when I weighed on Monday, I weighed 227.6. That makes a grand total from my beginning weight of 266, which was my phase 1 diet pre-op. I have lost 38.4 pounds. And for the week, from last week to this week, I lost 3.4 pounds. So I'm very excited about that. That's very good. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed because I'm not really stressing over the lack there of weight in big quantity that I'm losing. I lost 10 pounds the first week, and right after surgery, and then 3.4 a week. I mean, honestly, if you add that up, it's going to add up. So I'll take it. So on to my food right now. I am having some difficulties with protein right now. Not kinda, a lot. Um, Isopure I used to drink, and it makes me want to gag. Um, I know that we're only supposed to have whey or isolate protein. It's better for our bodies to digest, but it has gotten to the point that I wasn't ingesting anything. I actually had an incident this week where I had gotten to the end of the day, realized I hadn't drinking much, and tried to forcibly drink as much as possible. I didn't throw up, and it wasn't even a nauseated feeling. It was a feeling of I wanted to die. My stomach hurt. My stomach was bloated. I just went and laid down and went to sleep. It was horrible. And then I got the talking to from my husband. He loves me very much, and started with the, you know better than that. You need to, okay, so I've learned. All right, got it. So I did that, and then we got some soy protein. Whoop, it got dark. Some soy protein, and it's unflavored, and that definitely does not mean tasteless. I may have mentioned that before, but I can at least do that more so than I can do the flavored vanilla and chocolate. I'm tired of sweets. I'm tired of the fact that it's kind of ironic, actually. Before surgery, you would have given me any kind of chocolate and I would have just garbled it down, or any type of sweet. I love sweets. And now I don't want to have a darn thing to do with them. So that's pretty ironic. So what I'm doing with it is I'm actually mixing it into some Earl Grey tea and some water. The only problem is that when you mix protein with hot water, it becomes hard, or in balls, like these little protein balls, and you can't mix it, and you like have to smush them down or whatever. So I've done that a couple times. My hubby is great. He helps make them for me, and because it kind of grosses you out looking at it, but we take in turns and we figured out the way to do this. So then, let's see what else. Okay, so the other day, which actually yesterday, sorry. So I got a chocolate, sugar-free soy latte. I didn't even know they made such a thing. And she made it sound like it was the most normal request ever. So kudos to her for not making me feel like a freak. But so I got it, and I sipped on it, and it was so good. But it had no protein in it. So I decided I was going to mix my soy protein into it because maybe the chocolate would cover it. Again, I am tired of chocolate, but this tasted more like a dark chocolate, so there wasn't a lot of sweet to it. I didn't get a stir stick, so I poured the protein in, mixed it in with a straw. Well, then my daughter wound up needing to have a straw for her orange juice. So what do? You try to suck everything off of it so then you can give her the straw. Well, there was dry powder in the straw, and I inhaled, and it smacked me in the back of the throat and like adhered to the back of my throat. I think I coughed up a lung. And I was at my daughter's dance recital, or not dance recital, bleh, I can't even talk, her dance class. And I'm sitting there, and there's all these other mothers there, and I inhale, and now I'm coughing like I'm gagging. And so everybody had to look and ask me how I was doing. And the last thing I wanted to do was bring attention to myself. And so, very embarrassing. So I will not be doing that again. Um, but I will be having that sugar-free soy latte because with the soy, I do get some of my carbohydrates that my nutritionist is talking about, and I get a few protein in it. So I was happy about that. Today I did really well. They say to hold off on ground beef unless it's a little higher in fat because the drier it is, the harder it is on the stomach or on the pouch. So I took spaghetti sauce and mixed it with some ground beef, lean ground beef for the family. And then I had zucchini that I had sauteed. And so I had 2 ounces. I know it's a little more than what they suggest, but the truth is I need my protein. And protein shakes make me sick. Except for those soy ones, which are not appetizing at all. So it's very hard. It's a mental game. But so I mixed it, and I had 2 ounces of that. It was the best thing I've had since before surgery. It was very good. And then my zucchini. The sauteed zucchini was very good. I took the peel off of it because the last thing you need is that skin in your pouch. So, and Kanga actually really liked both. So I was very pleased with that. I had a very nutritious meal, and I had about 1 ounce of zucchini. So I had 3 ounces. I felt kind of guilty about it because I thought I was going to be really full after my 2 ounces of ground beef with some tomato sauce. But I wasn't. So I'm not going to stress too much over that. I think my body's just hungry right now for lack there of nutrition, not head hunger. I'm not really having any of that. I did, though, and I was explaining about protein. I can't do the Isopure, can't do any of this. Well, my husband, before surgery, I was drinking what was called GNC Total Lean protein shakes. And they're lactose free, which is good because now that I'm lactose intolerant, but they're not the whey isolate. And so I called my nutritionist yesterday, actually, while I was in line waiting to get the soy hot chocolate. And she said, you need your protein, and I'd rather you do that than nothing. So I had one yesterday, and it didn't affect me. But today, my family went out to lunch together. I've got family in town. And we all sat down, and I was going to have that while they ate. And I finished it throughout their course of their meal. So it took me about 20 minutes to it took me about 30 minutes to drink about 14 ounces. But I sipped, and I truly did sip. I didn't rush it. I listened to Kanga. I did all of that. I didn't have any issues. About 20 minutes later, it hit me, and I felt horrible. And I could equate it sort of to a dumping syndrome, but I don't know what it was. It was very weird. So I had to get up and walk around and just try to pace because just sitting made me think more about the pain. But because of that, I'll actually meet my protein needs for today, which is something I have not yet accomplished. So, oh, and I've also had a baby cheese today. We call them baby Jesuses. If you've watched Modern Family, you'll get it. They're the little Laughing Cow Baby Bell cheeses. But if you hear me talk about baby Jesuses, that's what I'm talking about. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you totally need to go on next from here and go find Modern Family Baby Jesuses. They'll pull up. It's hysterical. And then what else? I guess that's it. I'm long-winded again, 10 minutes. But everybody take care. Let me know how you're doing if you've already had the surgery. If you've got questions with an upcoming surgery, I would love to be a sounding board. I'd also love you to be a sounding board because I'm still lost in all of this. So happy Veterans Day. It's coming this Friday. And thank you to all of you who have served us or had someone that you love that served us. And I will be back next week.